March 1945. For 6 long years, the German army has clung to a single desperate belief. Their Panther and Tiger tanks are invincible gods of the battlefield. The propaganda boasts that Allied shells just bounce like peas. This legend has become doctrine in every German tank school. But in the next few minutes, we're going to watch that faith get shattered, live, on camera, on a single city block, right beneath the shadow of Cologne Cathedral. This one-recorded duel exposed the myth, broke the will of German tank crews, and crowned a new king of armored warfare. This is the story of 20 secret tanks that fought a psychological war, changing the equation of combat in Europe forever. This is the verdict of the M26 Pershing. The myth of German armor was built on pure shock and awe, going all the way back to the invasion of France. The Tiger's 88mm gun and the Panther's sloped armor were truly revolutionary designs, and by 1944, the statistics for the Allies were grim. On the Western Front, the data showed that for every German tank destroyed, the Allies lost nearly 6 of their own. This imbalance wasn't just about steel. It was a psychological weapon. As historian Dr. Christopher Wilbeck explains, the psychological edge was real. German tankers thought they were inside a medieval knight's armor. American crews thought they were inside a tin can. That imbalance colored every tactical decision. The American Sherman tank was fast and reliable, but its 75mm and 76mm guns were often useless against a Panther's thick frontal plate. American tankers grimly nicknamed their Shermans Ronsons because they had a tendency to catch fire so easily. This feeling of being technologically outmatched demanded a drastic answer. It demanded a new king of the battlefield. While German industry was being pounded day and night by Allied bombers, America had an ace up its sleeve. It was hidden inside a former Buick plant, 65 miles northwest of Detroit, the Grand Blanc Tank Arsenal. The mission was simple: build a tank that kills Tigers. The Fisher Body Division forged a brand new hull with 102mm of frontal armor, sloped at 46 degrees, which was mathematically equivalent to 150mm of vertical plate. But the key to this new beast was its gun. The turret ring was enlarged to 1.75 meters to accept the monstrous 90mm M3 cannon, a weapon originally designed as an anti-aircraft gun. The Army designated it the heavy tank T-26E3. Only 20 of these steel giants would make it to Europe before the critical crossings of the Rhine River, and the entire operation was carried out under a blanket of absolute silence. German intelligence never got a single photograph. As Dr. Kenneth Estes notes, the secrecy was obsessive. Crews trained at Isigny in canvas-draped hangars. Eisenhower wanted a technological ace to play the moment we crossed the Rhine. The Pershing was the most important surprise of the final months of the war. These 20 secret Pershings were assigned to the famed 3rd Armored Spearhead Division. On the command maps, the red pips representing the tanks moved silently from Antwerp to the Roer River. Lieutenant John Griggs, one of the first Pershing commanders, wrote in his diary, "The 90mm looks like a telephone pole. We are told, do not lose one, there are no spares." Their first taste of blood came near the Roer River. Within 24 hours of entering combat, the harsh reality of war hit hard. One Pershing, nicknamed Fireball, was knocked out by an 80mm shell from a Tiger at 800 meters. The lesson was learned the hard way. The Pershing wasn't invincible, but its lethal 90mm gun proved it was more than capable. And in a testament to American industrial power, that same tank was repaired and back in action within a week. The stage was now set for the showdown that would break the Panzer myth once and for all. Cologne, March 6, 1945. The tip of the 3rd Armored Division's spear pushed into the city, only to be met by defenders from the 106th Panzer Brigade. Their best weapon? 7 remaining Panther tanks, dug in to defend the city center. The decisive encounter happened just meters away from the towering spires of the Cologne Cathedral. Gunner Clarence Smoyer was there. He later recounted, We turned the corner by the tram station. The Panther sat hull down, only the turret showing. Our driver, Bob Early, yelled, "He's traversing!" I kicked the foot trigger. The whole tank rocked. The first round hit the mantlet, the second went below the turret ring, and the third went straight through. 37 seconds from doorbell to funeral. The power of the 90mm gun was absolute. The shell didn't just penetrate, it delivered catastrophic damage, proving that the Panther, the pride of the German army, could be killed, frontally, cleanly, and quickly. The shock on the German side was immediate. Their radio logs confirmed the psychological damage. Panzer 224 knocked out, hit by new American 90mm armor useless. As soon as the gun camera footage was authenticated, the U.S. Army released it to newsreels within 72 hours. This wasn't just a military victory, it was a propaganda masterpiece. The newsreel titles were clear: 90mm Justice. After the Cologne footage began to circulate, the surrender rate of German armored vehicle crews doubled. The myth was gone. Heinz Kramer, a Panther loader, later admitted, "When I saw the turret of 224 blown clean off, I thought, the war is finished." The German High Command immediately understood the gravity of the situation. General Guderian, the father of the Panzer Arm, issued a devastating summary. "The enemy has introduced a heavy tank equal to our Tiger in protection, superior in mobility, and superior in its gun. I recommend you avoid frontal engagement." Later that month, the new scorecard became even more lopsided. 2 Pershings ambushed 3 Tigers near El Buf. The result? 2 Tigers destroyed, 1 abandoned by its crew. 0 Pershing losses. The advantage was now decisively in America's favor. The M26 Pershing wasn't just a tank. It was an economic statement. While Germany struggled to replace a single complex Tiger tank, which took 300,000 man-hours of skilled labor, the Grand Blanc arsenal in Michigan was churning out 1 completed Pershing every 52 minutes. Each one required only 48,000 man-hours, 1/6 the labor. America could replace its machines and its crews in bulk. Even though only 20 Pershings saw action in that first month, their mere existence was enough to trigger strategic paralysis in the German command. The knowledge that the Americans had a Tiger killer on the field changed everything. The war in Europe ended soon after, but the Pershing's legacy continued. The Cologne Cathedral still bears the pockmarks from that day. 90mm brass fragments were found during a renovation in 2018, silent witnesses to the moment a myth died. The Pershing was later upgraded into the M26 Patton, serving for another 3 years in the Korean War and proving the strength of its design. It gave the American tanker a confidence he hadn't known since D-Day, the confidence that he was driving the technologically superior machine, and in warfare that psychological edge is often the final verdict. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy uncompromising historical analysis and deep dives into the facts, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. We'll see you in the next one.